Hello everybody, how's it going? How are you today? And welcome to another edition of Random Video Thursday. And this video gonna be simple today. It's gonna be another book collection. This one been wanting to do for a little bit now. It is my Calvin and Hobbes book collection. For those who don't know, Calvin and Hobbes was a popular comic strip in the 1980s and 1990s, and a comic strip that I read all the time when I was a kid. So we got 6 books here. The first one is the Calvin and Hobbes Lazy Sunday book, and this one's a classic. It's basically a collection of Calvin and Hobbes comics throughout the years. In color, actually. Most of the Calvin and Hobbes comic strips were black and white, as many traditional comic strips. Actually, a lot of comic strips back then were black and white, like Peanuts, for instance. A lot of the Peanuts comic strips were black and white, and Calvin and Hobbes as well. But of course, occasionally there was a colorized comic strip. So there's the first one. Next one is Yukon Ho. You can't really see it. Well, you can see it on the spine. This the cover's pretty beat up. You can see a huge section of the, or a huge portion of the front cover is ripped off, and the back is kind of ripped off. Some of the pages are wrinkled. There are tears, and some of the pages are also dirty. But mostly, but you can still read it. And I remember reading this book very well. This probably my favorite, or one of my favorite Calvin and Hobbes books. This one's a classic. Here's a classic book, Weirdos from Another Planet. Basically, outer space themed comic strips. I remember this one. This one is a classic. Here's another classic, Scientific Progress Goes Boink. This one's really funny. Read this one a lot as a kid. Next one, The Days Are Just Packed. And cover's not in the best condition. You can see the wrinkles on it. But this book, this is actually a combination. Some of these comics are black and white, but they also have a few colorized comics mixed in as well. And then finally, to finish off, the Calvin and Hobbes 10th Anniversary book, which is basically sort of a history of Calvin and Hobbes. Once again, it's a combination of black and white comic strips, while with the occasional colorized comic strips mixed in. And this is actually, this right here, this is the first Calvin and Hobbes comic strip from 1985. And this book right here was published in 1995, the year that Calvin and Hobbes concluded, or ended, after 10 years in the newspapers. And the comic strip was created by a cartoonist named Bill Watterson. And that's it. that's my Calvin and Hobbes book collection. Hope this was very fun, and hope everybody is enjoying May so far, the first week of May. And as always, thank you for watching. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.